Hey guys, and welcome to the video. We're super excited because this is actually the first episode in our Italy series. We just landed here in Rome earlier today, and throughout this trip over the next week and a half, we'll be going from here in Rome and heading south towards the Amalfi Coast. Stay tuned to this channel. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can see all of those videos. In all my videos, I'm going to talk about what we did, what we ate, and how we got there and how we got around, because I know that transportation could be a huge question when you're here in Italy. As I mentioned, we just arrived here in Rome earlier today, and the airport is actually about an hour away from the city itself, and there's a few ways that you can get from the airport to the city of Rome. The most convenient option is probably to take a private car or a taxi. The taxi line, you can just follow signs when you get out of baggage claim, and there will be very clear signs where to go for a taxi. When we went there, we saw that the line was actually pretty long, so instead we decided to follow signs to go to the train. And so the train is, I think, the mode of transportation that most people end up using anyways. So when we got to the train station, we saw a sign that actually said that the train between the airport and the city of Rome was actually not functioning, but we saw a bunch of people lined up anyways, and so it was really weird. The trains weren't leaving exactly at the time that they said that they would leave, so I just bought a ticket for some time and then stood in this long line, and then when the workers let us know that we can get onto the platform, that's when we went on the platform to line up for the train. Besides that, there was like a really huge line, but we finally made it onto the train, and yeah, it didn't take too long. I think that took like 20 to 30 minutes actually to get here to Roma Termini, which is the main train station here in Rome. And then from there, we followed signs again to take the metro. It'll be a M sign, and that's going to be underground, so you go down. I just use Google Maps or Apple Maps to try and figure out what's the best way to use public transportation to get here to our hotel. And that ended up being to take a train from Roma Termini and going 2 stops away to, I think, Berberini. And from there, we then walked the rest of the way here to our hotel. So price-wise, doing all of that ended up saving us, I think, about $20 US, which is kind of nice, more money in our pocket in comparison to taking a taxi. But one thing to keep note of, and I'm sure a lot of people end up saying this, is when you take public transportation, buses, or especially the subways and things like that, just make sure that your belongings are in front of you, because there can be a lot of pickpocketers here in Italy. Speaking of where we're staying, we are actually here at Sonder, close to the Spanish Steps. So I believe it's called Piazza di Spagna, Sonder. And yeah, it's really nice. We're here on the 2nd floor. For the amount of space that we get, I think that we got a really good deal overall. I'm going to insert some clips here of the room and the amenities that they have. And they actually also have a 6th floor rooftop bar that also serves breakfast that you can pay for in the mornings. Throughout the day, you could also go up there, and he mentioned that you can get water, so you can go to the water refill station. And then he also mentioned coffee. I don't know if that means that like it's complimentary throughout the day, but I guess we're gonna go check that out. But yeah, we honestly don't have too many plans today because it is like a half day. It's already almost 5 o'clock. We actually have a dinner reservation at 7:30 p.m. So I think we're just gonna walk around, probably hit up the Spanish Steps, probably see the rest of the hotel. So just come along with us and let's see what we can see on day 1 here in Rome. Let's go. Past few hours, we've just been walking around this like Spanish Steps Piazza di Spagna area, and that includes a lot of the stores and the shops and designer and non-designer stores. So I got one thing. Abby didn't get anything yet. We are now on our way to dinner. It's 7:15. Dinner reservations are at 7:30, so we'll see you guys there. What flavors did we get? Tiramisu and Cremino.
Oh, Cremino.
So good. Ooh, we got the classic tiramisu. Oh wait, no, that's really good. are now back here at Sonder. After dinner, we went to go get tiramisu and gelato at Pompi, which wasn't even that far from the restaurant. I feel like overall today was a really quick day. Stay tuned tomorrow morning for day 2. We'll see you guys in the morning, and yeah, I'm excited. Good morning guys, and welcome to day 2 here in Rome, Italy. It's technically our first full day, but since it's the second day that we're here in Rome, I'm gonna count this as day 2. Today is Sunday and we have a few things planned today. But first, since it's still pretty early, it's actually still before 6 a.m. and we wanna try and go to the Trevi Fountain since we haven't seen it yet. We heard that it can get really busy in the afternoons, and I'm pretty sure there's already people there right now, but we kinda wanna see how the crowds are right now and just be able to see it while it's at least still relatively more calm. The Trevi Fountain is walking distance from our hotel, so we're gonna walk over there. So we'll see you guys at the Trevi Fountain. Quick tip if you don't want to have your phone out at all times looking for directions, use like your Apple Watch and it can give you walking directions. So you can just keep looking at your Apple Watch to see which streets you need to turn on to get to your destination, so you don't have to keep having your phone out if you don't want to do that. It's 6:30 a.m. now, and you can see that there's so many people already, but it's actually crazy. One thing to note is that there are usually fences along here if it's after 9 a.m. and only some people are allowed to come down, and then most people are going to be waiting up there. But if you come before 9 and then after 9 p.m. I think you pretty much can just go straight up like down here where we are. So that's one tip, really come early. And then clearly if you want it to be even more clear than this, come even earlier than 6 a.m. So there is this place that sells cornettos and coffee close to the Trevi Fountain, and it's super popular, and we were standing in line thinking that that's the only way to get it, but it turns out that that is for here. And then if you want to do to go, you can just go to it's pretty much a meat shop right next door. This one doesn't open till 7, which is what it says on Google Maps, but it turns out that cafe opens earlier. I'm not sure, probably like 6 a.m. or something like that. So tip, just come in here to get the cornettos, the croissants that you want, and there's no coffee here, but as long as that's all you want, just come in here and set it way quicker. So this is what I was mentioning, is that the cafe is over there, and so this whole line is for that cafe, but if you just want to go, just go inside of here. Trick. Tips and tricks. Pistachio and chocolate. We just finished up eating our cornettos in front of the Trevi Fountain, and honestly that was probably like core memory right there, just having
The best pistachio cornetto I've had.
Yeah, honestly pretty good start to the morning. This morning, like I mentioned earlier, we want to do Sunday Mass at the Vatican, and we actually also want to go through the Holy Doors because it is a Jubilee year. So if you're not coming on a Jubilee year, this doesn't really pertain to you. But yeah, what we're trying to do is go through the Holy Doors. We had an appointment, or it's like a reservation, I think, right?
For like a
so
pilgrimage.
Yeah, it's like a pilgrimage type of reservation, and you meet up at one spot and then you walk through the Holy Doors. And yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing right now. We have to meet at Piazza, which is about a 30-minute walk away, but we still have time, so we're gonna take it slow, walk over there, and we could take a bus, but yeah, like we said, it's a slow morning. We have the energy, so we're gonna go and head over. So we'll see you guys when we get there. currently waiting to sit down for 10:30 Mass. It's currently 10:05 and we're pretty much standing behind the barriers until they open up and then we can go in and go to Mass. Oh no! Okay, so it is now like 12:30 and we're leaving St. Peter's Square. We were able to actually see Pope Leo. He was doing the like Angelus address that he does up like on his balcony or something like that. Everyone thought that he would be gone already because today is the start of his like vacation. We even asked like multiple people, I feel. And then they were like, oh no, he's not going to be here. It's not going to happen. It's going to be some cardinal. And then when we walked outside, we're like, huh, if it's a cardinal, why are there this many people? Unless like they didn't know that he's on vacation. And then I was like, I feel like that sounds like his voice. So I looked it up and lo and behold, it was him. He was up there. So we got clips of like the window, but we didn't exactly see him. But it was still kind of cool, at least because we didn't expect to see him at all. We probably should go get some food. Real quick hack and a tip if you come in the summer. Get one of these UV umbrellas and then also get one of these like electric pocket fans that you can recharge, because so many people were having to fan themselves with whatever they had. And this came super in handy for us. Even when we were inside for Mass, it gets hot even with a bit of AC, just because like outside right now it's 91 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, you definitely want to stay cool. This is saving us so much. I swear it's like at least 10 degrees cooler with this umbrella. And the heat's honestly not that bad as long as you're in the shade. So this is helping a lot. But yeah, we're gonna go find a bit of food and we'll see you guys when we see you there, because there are so many crowds right now. So we quickly ate at McDonald's, because honestly they have some interesting things when you go to McDonald's in other countries.
I was just really hungry.
She was just really hungry. It was super busy, so we ended up just eating outside and I didn't really record much of it. But now we're gonna go to Castel Sant'Angelo, I think is what it's called. It's pretty much a walk away from Vatican City. It's just right outside Vatican City and it's right next to Piazza, which is where we met up for the pilgrimage earlier. So yeah, we're walking up to it now. We'll see you guys inside. It's so hot, but we didn't realize that this place would have a whole bunch of stairs, and there are a lot of stairs. So honestly, take your time. Some of it in the first part is like underground or covered and inside the castle, so you're kind of fine there. But then once you get outside and then you get up here, it gets pretty hot. There is a kind of air-conditioned room where they pretty much have like, it's like a museum. There's like a bunch of artwork. And so that's something that we went into. And then there's a cafe up here also. So we ended up getting another Coke Zero just to kind of cool down. But what's nice is on the first Sunday of every month, tickets are actually free. So that's why there's a bunch of people today. It's 2:30 and there was still a bit of a line outside. I think we waited like 15-20 minutes, so it wasn't too bad. But they actually had a sign that said today the line could be over an hour just because tickets are free this Sunday. So luckily we didn't have to wait too long, even though it's already the afternoon, which you would expect to be busier. We will probably head out after this, probably go walk around, do some more sightseeing, and we'll bring you guys with us. What flavors did we get? You got lime and basil, mango sorbetto. I got pistachio and bacchio, I think. Cheers. We just finished up at Frigidarium, which they're really known for their gelato. So we took a little detour, went to Frigidarium, and on our way, we're actually gonna pass by Two Sizes, which is really well known for their tiramisu. And I guess we have some space, so we're probably gonna share one of these. It's only 3:30, dinner's at 7:30, so we have time, we have space. Plus, we're probably gonna walk it off anyways. So yeah, let's get some tiramisu. We got a small pistachio. I think they're known for their pistachio one. And we just got a small so that we could share it. There's like a slight saltiness, it seems like. I think because it's a pistachio flavor. I like the cup that it comes in too, because it reminds me of like a little espresso cup. Just finished up here at the Pantheon, and it was actually really nice because it was also free today. We spent like maybe a half hour there, got to sit for a bit, and then just kind of took everything in. But one tip is after that, come around the corner, literally just around the corner to this other church. I'll insert the name here because I think it's a pretty long one. What's cool is there is another work by Michelangelo that's inside of this church, so let's go see it. Just finished up here, and there's actually also the tomb of St. Catherine of Siena, so that was really cool to see also. We are now on the way to the chapel of Sant'Ignazio, I think it is. This is the chapel that is well known because there's like a mirror and then people take pictures of it to see the ceiling. You can just kind of walk in and take pictures without lining up for the mirror. So that's what we're gonna do. And it's just around the corner also. So it's always good to hit up these three churches when you're in this area. So this is the line that I was talking about. All these people are lining up to go take a picture with that mirror, but this sign right here, it pretty much says you can enter here on the left without waiting in line, and you can just go inside and take your own pictures, walk around. The only thing is that you're gonna miss out on the mirror, but if you're not tied down to that, then I definitely say just take this route because this line seems like it's taking, honestly, a really long time. I've seen people in that line already for the whole time that we were in there, which is probably like 15 minutes. So definitely just like come here, go to the left, skip the line. Okay, so last time I checked in with you guys, I think we were leaving the chapel of Sant'Ignazio. After that, we pretty much came back here to our hotel. We got back and it was around, I think 6 p.m. and dinner isn't until 7:30. So we got to rest for a bit. We got to rest our feet and I ended up changing. We are now ready for dinner. For dinner tonight, we are going to CiPASSO, which is about a 12-minute walk away. It's on the Michelin Guide year after year for being a pretty good restaurant. So we're pretty excited. Our reservation is at 7:30, like I mentioned. It's currently 7:13 and we got to walk over, so we'll see you guys there. I got a Hugo Spritz, and then since we told him that she's pregnant, he was like, oh, we can make that into a virgin Spritz, so at least we both get to try it. And then it also came with olives, and yeah, we're gonna dig in. Cheers. I'm not the biggest fan of olives, so let's see how they are. Cheers. This is the fried egg appetizer, and this is the burrata, I think, right? Burrata. Oh, it's still runny. I'm over here eating with my fork, and Abby's like, you should eat it with your spoon. And I was like, I don't have a spoon. You're eating with the serving spoon. Should we try? Our pasta finally came. I got the pappardelle, and she got their super popular truffle pasta. Try it. Oh, that looks good. It's really good. Whoa. For dessert, we decided to get the chocolate cake. It's torta alla chocolate. And it's interesting, in the whipped cream, it has infused in it tonka beans, which is, I looked it up, and even for culinary uses, not allowed in the US because it can have a high concentration of coumarin, which like the derivative is pretty much a blood thinner. So Abby's actually gonna avoid it because you're also not supposed to have it while you're pregnant. So we're gonna dig into the chocolate cake. Cheers. Good. We finished dinner. We're so full. Everything was pretty good, except that one appetizer was a little different. Yeah, we could have gone without it, but honestly, we would go back. We would recommend it to people. It was really good overall. Now it's 9:30 p.m. We're walking back to our hotel, and I think that pretty much wraps it up for tonight. Our legs have been super tired. Our feet are super tired. We walked everywhere today. We took pretty much no public transportation at all. So we want to wind down and then, you know, just get ready for bed. So if anything, we will see you guys tomorrow morning. Bye. Make sure you stay tuned to the channel because after this we have more videos in Rome as well as videos down in Naples, Pompeii, Capri, and Positano. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.